This year sees the 10th anniversary of EVE Online. We at CCP have created a special edition collector's box full of items both physical and digital, which we feel celebrates this momentous occasion. But before we get into all of that, here's Rainer, one of our co-founders, to tell us a little bit more about how it all began.
10 years ago, inside this building, this is where EVE came out. And this is the original headquarters of CCP. At the time, we were about 30 to 40-ish, and we were all inside this house. And amazing times. And in the first month, we had about 15,000 subscribers, which we consider to be a massive success. And 10 years later, it's a great time to take a stroll down memory lane. So this is the floor we rented, the first floor we rented for CCP. And actually, we started out in this room here, and this is where we finished Hættuspil, or the danger game, which is CCP's first product. And it turned out to be, massively successful. We sold 10,000 copies, basically all the games we made, and which means that 1 out of every 8, homes in Iceland have this game, which is quite a success, and allowed us to fund the development of EVE in the beginning. We knew during playtesting that it would make people furious. It's a hardcore PvP game for families, right? And what we saw during playtesting was that people would come and play, and if they were friends before, they would not be friends after they played it. And we thought, yes, we have something magical. So the first days of CCP were quite interesting, and they actually take place in this very room. This is the room where the first line of code was written by Matti, our lead programmer, and it was written literally right here. I don't remember exactly what the line was about, but it was so important that after it was written, we immediately went and celebrated. So we went down to Circus, which was our bar, which is so nicely located right next door to the office, and became quite the meeting place and brainstorming place. And we went there and had our beer and celebrating this major milestone. And reflecting on what's the plan, like this is obviously impossible to do, but nobody was really afraid to do it. We had to do it, right? And after like 3 beers, we started to actually believe that we could, and that's how it really all started. So 10 years ago, this was the birth of EVE. We were 30 people in this very room over there watching the first player log in, and it was bustling with people and excitement. Everybody in the company was here. We had been working here day and night, sleeping under, every desk and every closet was filled with a programmer or an artist. We totally exploded the house. And it was incredibly exciting times, but also incredibly exhausting. We were on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And watching this on the big screen, make this dream, which had just been this surreal idea, all of a sudden become real. And it was amazing.
The Into the Second Decade book is 200 pages, hardcover, telling the entire development history of EVE Online. Every expansion is covered. There's artwork, screenshots, concept art, some of which probably hasn't been seen, character portraits, in-game events, community websites. Hopefully that everything that's happened in New Eden and the wider EVE world has been covered in some way.
I definitely think the Rifter is one of the most visually iconic ships of EVE. It has like these really powerful shapes, negative shapes which are really common for Minmatar, construction beam-like railings, and of course the antennas for struts. I'm really excited that the Rifter is a part of the 10 years collector's edition. And it's amazing that a ship like that was created 10 years ago by a bunch of guys in a small office with big dreams is now something physical that you can hold in your hands.
Well, those are some of the reasons that we selected the items that we did. As you saw, we have the Rifter Hub, the board game that Rainer mentioned in the beginning, and the book on the history of EVE. As well as that, we've also got a high-quality recording of the EVE music performed by an 80-piece symphony orchestra, which helped kick off FanFest this year. And as I mentioned earlier, there are also a number of digital items, not just for Eve, but for Dust as well. And these include both clothing, blueprints, weapons, and much, much more. If you'd like to order the special edition collector's box commemorating the last 10 years of Eve, visit our online store at store.eve.com.